Patient with progressive memory loss. Attention! 5 sleep habits you must follow every night and 3 mistakes that are destroying your brain while you sleep. When it comes to preventing dementia or cognitive decline, many people still think that simply sleeping 7-8 hours is enough. But in my experience, what truly makes a difference is not just how much you sleep, but how you sleep. I want you to understand that the brain does not clean itself during the day. It is at night that the miracle of brain cleaning occurs. Every night while you sleep, your brain eliminates toxins, consolidates memories, and repairs damaged neural connections. There are nighttime habits that silently nourish every nerve cell, helping the brain maintain its agility and natural clarity. And there are also others that, although they seem harmless, block this cleaning process, cause inflammation, and accumulate toxic proteins that suffocate neurons over time. Therefore, every time you prepare to go to bed, you are making a more important decision than you think. Either you are allowing your brain to regenerate, or you are harming it without realizing. Hello, I am Dr. Marco Palma. For over 20 years of specialized work in neurology and sleep medicine, I have investigated and studied the habits that directly affect the human brain during nighttime rest. In today's video, I will provide you with a list of habits that help the brain stay alert, focused, and strong, and also slow down the aging process. And at the end of the video, I will also reveal a very simple technique that can improve the quality of your sleep by 40% and help preserve memory even in old age. If I had to choose a single habit that makes the difference between a brain that ages quickly and one that stays young, I wouldn't hesitate to name the consistency of sleep schedule. Don't see it as just a simple routine. For the brain, it's a powerful medicine. The secret of its strength lies in something called the circadian rhythm. Imagine your brain as a perfect orchestra. Every cell, every hormone, every neurotransmitter plays at the right time. But when you go to sleep every night at a different hour, it's as if the conductor goes crazy. The instruments play out of order and the harmony is lost. This biological chaos causes a cascade of invisible damage. First, it increases cortisol, the stress hormone that erodes the hippocampus, the guardian of memory. Second, it reduces the production of melatonin, the hormone that protects neurons from oxidation. And third, it disrupts the deep sleep phase, the sacred moment when the brain eliminates beta-amyloid proteins, the very ones that form Alzheimer's plaques. But the miracle doesn't end there. When you maintain a fixed sleep schedule, your brain develops a perfect cleaning rhythm. It's like having a cleaning service that arrives at exactly the same time every day. The glymphatic system, the brain's drainage system, activates with Swiss precision, eliminating toxins accumulated during the day. With my experience as a doctor, every time a patient wants to restart their habits to strengthen their brain, the first thing I recommend is to establish a sacred sleep schedule, because it not only brightens the mind, but also synchronizes every system in the body to work in harmony. Moreover, there is a golden rule in its application. Treat it seriously. Changing your sleep schedule by more than 30 minutes each night negates all the benefits. Consistency is the key to preserving all its regenerative properties. My practical advice? Choose a time between 10:00 p.m. and 11:00 p.m. to go to sleep and between 6:00 a.m. and 7:00 a.m. to wake up every single night, even on weekends. I know it sounds rigid, but I promise you that after 3 weeks, your body will thank you with a mental clarity you haven't felt in years. Are you ready to honor this sacred window? Leave me a comment to let me know. I am convinced that, in a few weeks, you will be surprised when you see how the mental fog dissipates and mental energy returns with renewed strength. Before continuing, I want to get to know you better. What is your health goal at this moment? Write it in the comments. If keeping a clear mind and living independently is still important to you, subscribe to Dr. Marco Palma's channel and turn on notifications. And if you find this video helpful, write the number 1. If not, write the number 0. Sometimes we strive to seek out expensive supplements and exotic medicines, forgetting that there is a free and powerful factor in our bedrooms. I am referring to complete darkness during sleep. Don't let its simplicity fool you. For the brain, this is a true treasure. That blue light coming in from the window or your phone is not just there to disturb. It is the signal that deceives your brain into believing it is still daytime. And when the brain thinks it is daytime, it blocks the production of melatonin, the nighttime guardian of the mind. The extraordinary thing is that melatonin has a special power that goes beyond inducing sleep. It is one of the most powerful natural antioxidants that exist. Once levels increase in darkness, it acts like a firefighter, extinguishing the fire of oxidative stress that silently corrodes memory connections. When this oxidative load is alleviated, thinking becomes more agile and clearer. But the power of darkness doesn't end there. It is also a genetic protector. Thanks to complete darkness, the brain can express the genes for cellular repair. These genes work like maintenance teams that repair damaged DNA during the day, but they need a clear signal, total darkness. Without this darkness, they remain silent and inactive. Moreover, absolute darkness is the best friend of deep sleep. Studies from the University of Pennsylvania have confirmed that even a minimal amount of light can reduce deep sleep by up to 30%. And deep sleep is when the brain eliminates toxins and consolidates long-term memories. In my practice, I have witnessed subtle yet consistent changes. Patients who typically suffered from nighttime awakenings and daily forgetfulness began to regain mental clarity just a few weeks after creating a completely dark environment in their bedroom. Darkness clearly demonstrates that the best protection doesn't have to be expensive. It's safe, free, and surprisingly effective. Now I will reveal the art of creating the perfect darkness to multiply its benefits for the brain. First, invest in quality blackout curtains. Not those thin ones that let in the dawn light. Heavy, completely opaque curtains. Second, cover every light source in the room. That tiny red LED from the phone charger, the green light from the router, the digital display of the alarm clock. Everything, even the smallest light, can interfere. Third, if you can't eliminate all the lights, use a high-quality sleep mask. Make sure it's comfortable and completely blocks out light. But I ask you to be careful with a very common trap, using your phone in bed. Even if you turn on night mode or reduce the brightness, that blue light is an enemy of melatonin. And remember, without melatonin, the brain can't protect itself from oxidation. My sincerest advice is, choose total darkness. Your brain is asking for it. This visual silence is the hallmark of true restorative sleep. Are you ready to transform your room into a sanctuary of darkness, or do you have a special trick to share? Leave it in the comments and inspire our community. Don't let this habit catch you off guard. Behind this feeling of coolness lies immense power for the human brain. For me, it's not just a matter of comfort. It's a biological necessity. Why do I call it that with such respect? Because sleeping in a cool room is one of the safest and most effective ways to improve the quality of deep sleep, unlike other factors that may vary. Temperature offers direct and immediate control. The science is clear. The ideal temperature for sleeping is between 16 degrees Celsius and 19 degrees Celsius. It may seem cold, but imagine that your body needs to lower its core temperature by about 1 to 2 degrees to enter deep sleep. When the room is too warm, the body struggles to cool down. This silent battle continuously disrupts deep sleep, the most restorative phase for the brain. It's like trying to repair a house while there's a continuous earthquake. The cool temperature acts as a biological signal, indicating to the body that it is time for deep rest. When this temperature is optimal, REM sleep and deep sleep significantly increase, but the real miracle lies in the production of melatonin. A cool environment promotes optimal production of this protective hormone. Thanks to the combination of darkness and coolness, the brain receives the perfect signal to activate all its repair processes. Prestigious investigations conducted at Harvard University have revealed a hopeful fact. People who sleep in cool environments show better memory consolidation and a 25% reduction in the accumulation of toxic proteins associated with Alzheimer's. I have seen extraordinary changes in my practice. Patients who complained of frequent nighttime awakenings and that feeling of not having rested have regained restorative sleep a few weeks after lowering the temperature of their room. They told me, "Doctor, I wake up rested and my thoughts are clearer from the morning." What fascinates me about the cool temperature is not only its impact on sleep, but also its extraordinary ease of implementation. It's like a simple switch, but a very powerful one. You can control the temperature with a thermostat or simply by opening a window. The secret is to find that sweet spot where you feel cool but not cold. I always advise my patients to do this experiment. Start at 20 degrees and gradually reduce until you find the temperature at which you fall asleep quickly and wake up rested. Usually, this point is between 17 degrees and 18 degrees. But be careful. Sleeping with too many heavy blankets can sabotage this effect. The body needs to dissipate heat. Use light and breathable blankets that allow for natural thermoregulation. One last important tip. Avoid intense exercise in the 2 hours before sleeping. Exercise raises body temperature and can delay falling asleep. If you want to move in the evening, choose light activities like yoga or a quiet walk. Please stay away from overheated rooms. They may seem comfortable, but their excessive heat is a silent saboteur that reduces deep sleep and prevents the brain from properly cleaning itself. And you? Are you ready to embrace the cool night air? Or do you have a trick to maintain the ideal temperature? Share it in the comments. Your experience can be an inspiration for the whole community. Don't let the word fasting scare you. In sleep medicine, I like to call it giving the brain a rest. The secret to its power lies in a process called autophagy, the deep cellular cleaning. Imagine your brain as a house that needs to be cleaned. During the day, it accumulates metabolic waste. At night, if you give the body the necessary time, this waste is eliminated. But if you eat in the 3 hours before sleeping, the body has to devote all its energy to digestion instead of dedicating it to brain cleaning. It's like asking the cleaning service to cook instead of clean. The result? A dirty house and a toxic brain. But it not only protects, it also nourishes. Thanks to a 12 to 14-hour overnight fast, the brain activates the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that stimulates the growth of new neurons and protects existing ones. What impresses me the most is its ability to stabilize blood sugar levels. When you don't eat before sleeping, insulin levels decrease and the body enters a state of deep cellular repair. Nighttime fasting also has a hidden benefit. It improves sleep quality. A heavy stomach disrupts rest, causes reflux, and interrupts deep sleep. A light stomach allows for peaceful and restorative sleep. In my practice, I have heard many patients tell me, "Doctor, just by stopping eating after 7 p.m., my mind feels more relaxed in the morning and my focus has returned." Moreover, it helps maintain a healthy weight, alleviating a barrier that raises the shadow of Alzheimer's. Obesity and insulin resistance are direct enemies of brain health. And I have to tell you something essential. To awaken all the healing power of nighttime fasting, a bit of planning is needed. The way you organize your meals will determine whether it will be a sacrifice or a gift for the brain. My most sincere advice, have your last meal at least 3 hours before going to bed. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., have dinner by 7 p.m. You can also prepare light and easily digestible dinners, cooked vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats like olive oil. Avoid refined carbohydrates, sugars, and fried foods that slow down digestion. But to receive this gift, you need to become a wise consumer. If you feel hungry before sleeping, drink a relaxing herbal tea or a glass of water. Often, what we interpret as hunger is just a thirst or boredom. And here comes an important piece of news. Pay attention to late-night snacks. Many people have the habit of eating in front of the TV before going to sleep. It sounds tempting, but dear friend, it's a trap. These snacks are the fuel that feeds brain inflammation and disrupts the reparative fast. Change this habit for a relaxing routine. Read a book, meditate, do some light stretching. Your brain will thank you for it. Also, a small note. If you suffer from diabetes or have specific metabolic conditions, consult your doctor before starting the overnight fast. Have you ever practiced overnight fasting in this way? I am convinced that if you try it consistently, this simple change can surprise you. Try it tonight and tell me about your experience. Let's talk now about the most underrated habit, but perhaps the most powerful, the 30-minute ritual before sleep. The modern brain is bombarded with stimuli all day long. Screens, notifications, decisions, stress. When you get into bed and simply turn off the light, the brain is still in alarm mode. Neurons are firing signals in all directions, cortisol is high, and melatonin struggles to rise. It's like trying to stop a high-speed train in 1 second. Impossible. That's why you need a decompression ritual, a gentle bridge between the chaos of the day and the sacred rest of the night. My personal protocol, the one I recommend to all my patients, 30 minutes before sleep. Turn off all screens, phone, TV, computer, tablet. Blue light blocks melatonin. No exceptions. Dim the lights. Use soft lamps, warm lights. This signals to the brain that the day is coming to an end. Practice a relaxing physical routine, light stretching, deep breathing, or a warm, not hot, shower. Read something light. A physical book, not from your phone, something that relaxes you but doesn't excite you. Write down 3 positive things from the day. This simple act reduces cortisol and induces gratitude, a mental state that promotes sleep. The power of this ritual lies not in the individual components, but in the constant repetition. When you do the same things every evening at the same time, the brain learns, this is the signal that it's time to sleep. It becomes a conditioned reflex, like Pavlov's dog. Ring the bell of the ritual, and the brain automatically starts producing melatonin and reducing cortisol. Patients who struggled with insomnia for years have found relief in just a few weeks simply by following this ritual with discipline. The key? Absolute consistency. Every evening, same time, same order. The brain loves predictability. Are you ready to create your sacred ritual? Which relaxing activity will you choose? Share in the comments. Dear friend, so far we have explored 5 truly powerful habits for the mind together. Consistent sleep, absolute darkness, a cool temperature, nighttime fasting, and the decompression ritual are silent allies that help the brain maintain its clarity. But knowing what to do is only half the battle. Equally important is recognizing the habits you need to completely avoid if you want to protect your memory. It's not about condemning a behavior, but understanding how certain nighttime practices can undermine brain function every night without you noticing. Observe that glass of wine that many drink thinking it helps them sleep better. When you drink it, you feel relaxed and fall asleep quickly. But the moment alcohol enters your system, a dangerous transformation occurs. Alcohol is a sedative, not a natural sleep inducer. The difference is crucial. It makes you lose consciousness, but it doesn't allow you to sleep deeply. During the night, as the liver metabolizes alcohol, the body enters a state of stress. REM sleep, the crucial phase for consolidating memories and processing emotions, is dramatically reduced. Studies from the University of Melbourne have shown that even a single alcoholic drink can reduce REM sleep by up to 25%. 2 or 3 drinks, the damage multiplies. But there's worse. Alcohol dehydrates the brain. During the night, the glymphatic system needs a cerebrospinal fluid to wash away toxins. Without sufficient hydration, this system gets blocked. Toxins remain, beta amyloid proteins accumulate. In my practice, I've seen how mental fog disappears with a simple change, replacing that glass of wine with a relaxing chamomile or valerian tea. The problem isn't in the occasional festive toast. The problem is in the daily habit of using alcohol as a sleep aid. My heartfelt advice, if you want to relax, look for natural alternatives. Magnesium, chamomile, meditation. Alcohol before sleep is a debt you pay with interest. You sleep poorly and wake up worse. Let's talk now about the modern epidemic, scrolling on social media before sleeping. This habit has 2 destructive faces, one physical and the other psychological. On a physical level, the blue light from screens tricks the brain into believing it's noon. Melatonin production plummets. The circadian rhythm goes haywire. But there's something even more insidious: emotional content. Every time you scroll, the brain receives microdoses of stimulation. News that agitates you, social comparisons that stress you out, videos that excite you. The brain enters a state of constant alertness. The amygdala, the center of fear, activates repeatedly. Cortisol rises, and when you finally turn off your phone and close your eyes, your mind keeps racing. I've known people who spend hours in bed with their phones, believing they are relaxing, when in reality they are completely sabotaging the quality of their sleep. Recent research from Stanford University has revealed that people who use their smartphones in the hour before bedtime are 50% more likely to suffer from chronic insomnia. My heartfelt advice: leave your phone out of the bedroom completely. Use a traditional alarm clock. Read a physical book. If you absolutely must check your phone, do it at least 2 hours before sleeping. And turn on the blue light filter if you can't avoid it completely. Your mind will thank you with more vivid dreams and a clearer wake-up. Many people believe they can catch up on lost sleep during the week by sleeping in late on the weekend, but in reality, they are creating social jet lag. Imagine your circadian rhythm as a precision Swiss clock. Every cell in your body knows when it's time to wake up and when it's time to sleep. But when you sleep until 10 on Saturday after waking up at 6 all week, you are literally shifting your time zone by several hours. The result? Your brain gets confused. Melatonin production gets thrown off. Cortisol doesn't know when to rise. And on Monday morning, you feel like you've flown across the Atlantic. This chronic irregularity has been linked to a 33% increase in the risk of cognitive decline, according to a study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. Therefore, if you truly love your brain, choose consistency. Wake up at the same time every day, including weekends. I know it sounds tough, but after 3 weeks, it becomes natural. My sincere advice: if you need more rest, go to bed earlier. Don't wake up later. This keeps the rhythm and gives you the extra rest you're looking for. And finally, I want to give you the last piece of the puzzle. It's such a simple habit that you can practice it even in your pajamas, but so powerful that it can completely change the course of your brain's aging. I call it nightly gratitude. After 2 decades of accompanying thousands of patients with sleep issues, I discovered a profound truth. The difference between a mind that falls asleep in peace and one that struggles all night often lies in the last thoughts before closing the eyes. Don't worry, I won't ask you to meditate for hours or perform complicated rituals. I just invite you to take 2 minutes before turning off the light to think of 3 things you are grateful for today. They can be small: a delicious coffee, A phone call with a friend? A beautiful sunset? Why is it so important? When the mind focuses on gratitude, the parasympathetic nervous system activates. This is the rest and digest system, the opposite of stress. Cortisol levels drop, heart rate slows, breathing deepens. The brain receives the signal. Everything is okay, I can relax. Studies conducted at the University of California have confirmed something hopeful. People who practice gratitude before sleep fall asleep 25% faster and sleep 20% more deeply. Moreover, gratitude is a powerful antidote to anxiety. It dissipates stress and reduces the ruminating thoughts that keep many people awake for hours. Remember my rule: simplicity and consistency. I'm not asking too much of you, just 2 minutes of sincere gratitude. Let your heart fill with appreciation. Many of my patients, after adopting this ritual, have joyfully told me, "Doctor, I fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and above all, I wake up with more energy and optimism." Sometimes the power to change is not far away. It lies in the thoughts you choose before closing your eyes. My friend, sleep is not wasted time. It is the most important investment you can make for your brain. Every night is an opportunity to regenerate, cleanse, and strengthen your mind, but only if you follow the right habits and avoid harmful ones. Today, I want to hear your voice. If what I shared in this video has shown you the way to improve your sleep and protect the treasure of your memory, leave the number 1 in the comments. It will be the signal that we are on a good path. If you think this content has not been helpful to you yet, leave the number 0. Your honesty is the most valid compass that helps me improve every day and provide you with the value you truly seek. And don't let this journey end here. Join our big family by clicking subscribe and, most importantly, activate the notification bell. Don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with your partner, family members, or a friend who wants to improve the quality of their sleep and protect their mind. Just one click from you today could be the gift that restores someone's self-confidence tomorrow. Remember, your mental health is not determined by age, but by the small decisions you make every evening before sleeping. The brain, like the body, is always ready to be trained, cared for, and renewed. I am Dr. Marco Palma. Thank you for listening to me up to this point. See you in the next video. Rest well, and may your dreams be rejuvenating.